Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. It's really incredible just how something as basic as breathing can be a gateway to inner peace, even transformation.
Oh, absolutely. It's fascinating.
Yeah,
It is. It's like this hidden superpower we've all got just waiting to be unlocked.
I love that.
And the best part,
A hidden superpower.
it's available to everyone at any time.
Yeah, that's so true. And today we're going to explore this connection between breath and inner harmony from, well, really every angle I can think of. The philosophical, the psychological, and of course the practical. We're going to be taking a deep dive into, well, some Buddhist teachings, where breath is seen as this bridge between the body and the mind.
Yeah, that's a fantastic starting point. In Buddhism, they place so much emphasis on breath awareness, and for good reason. Just think about it. You get stressed, your breath gets all short and shallow.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I know exactly what you mean.
And then when you're relaxed, it slows down, deepens.
Mhm.
Your breath, it's like a mirror. It's reflecting your inner state.
I've definitely noticed that, but I never really thought about it as like a reflection of my mental state.
Yeah.
It's just instinctive, right?
Mhm.
But how does that work? What's the mechanism there?
Well, it all comes back to your autonomic nervous system. The one that controls all those automatic functions. Breathing, heart rate, digestion, all that. And when you're stressed, the sympathetic nervous system kicks in. That's your fight or flight response.
Oh, right.
So it's why your breath quickens, your heart races, your muscles tense up, the whole 9 yards.
Right. So it's like your body's getting ready to either confront the threat or run away, like as fast as you can.
Exactly. But here's the cool part. When you consciously change your breathing, when you slow it down and deepen it, well, you actually activate the parasympathetic nervous system,
Okay.
which is responsible for, as we call it, rest and digest.
Rest and digest, yeah.
So you're basically hitting the brakes on that whole stress response. You're telling your body, hey, we're safe, time to chill.
So we're actually hacking our nervous system with our breath.
That's the amazing thing. We really are.
I mean, that's incredible. It seems almost too simple, though.
I know.
Does it really work that easily?
It might seem simple, but it's incredibly effective. And, the more you practice, the more adept you become at regulating your emotional state through your breath.
Wow. That's so empowering, just to know that we actually have that kind of control. And I know we're going to get into the specific techniques a little bit later. But I'm curious about how this looks in, like, Buddhist teachings. What do they say about all of this?
Well, in Buddhism, they consider breath to be sacred. They see it as a vital life force.
Right.
It connects you to the present moment.
Right.
And there's actually a specific type of meditation called anapanasati, which translates to mindfulness of breathing. And it's all about focusing your attention on the feeling of the breath as it enters and leaves your body.
Ah, yes, I've heard of that. But isn't it pretty difficult to maintain that focus, especially when you've got a busy mind? My thoughts are always racing.
Well, of course. It's definitely a practice.
Uh,
And it takes time and patience.
yeah.
But that's where the true power lies, in training your mind to stay present. The breath acts as this anchor,
Uh-huh.
gently guides your attention back whenever it wanders.
So it's kind of like a mental workout, strengthening our focus.
Yeah, exactly. It's like building that mental muscle.
Okay, cool. What are some of the benefits of this kind of practice?
Oh, the benefits. They're extensive. Studies have shown that mindful breathing can reduce anxiety, improve sleep, lower blood pressure, can even boost your immune system.
Wow.
But beyond the physical, it cultivates inner peace and clarity.
I can definitely see how quieting the mind, those racing thoughts, would lead to a much greater sense of calm.
Oh, for sure.
And you mentioned diaphragmatic breathing earlier.
Yeah.
How does that play into all of this?
Well, diaphragmatic breathing is actually key here. It's a much deeper, more efficient way of breathing. Engages the diaphragm,
Okay.
that large muscle that sits below your lungs. And when you breathe diaphragmatically, your belly expands on the inhale, contracts on the exhale.
Okay, so it's not just like chest breathing. You're engaging the whole abdominal area.
Exactly. And the fascinating thing is, diaphragmatic breathing, it not only calms your nervous system, but also increases your oxygen intake, which has a direct impact on brain function.
Oh, wow.
You get improved focus, clearer thinking, and even better decision making. You're literally giving your brain a boost.
Wow, I never knew that. So by just changing the way we breathe, we can impact not only our mood, but our cognitive function.
Yes, the power of it.
It's like a superpower, just like you said.
It is. And the beauty of it, it's a superpower anyone can access.
Yeah, that's true.
And now that we understand the science, the philosophy behind it, let's explore some practical techniques, things that can help you harness this power in your everyday life.
Yeah, let's get to that toolkit you were talking about.
All right.
I'm ready to learn how to put all this into practice.
Yeah.
All right, that toolkit of breathing techniques you mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay, so let's kick things off with a really popular one, the 4-7-8 technique.
Okay.
Super effective. It's been shown to, reduce anxiety, promote sleep, even helps manage cravings.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
But how does it work? Do you just hold your breath for ages?
Well, you do hold your breath, but it's not about, pushing it to the limit.
Right.
It's about creating a specific rhythm that signals to your nervous system, hey, time to relax.
Okay.
So, close your eyes gently. You're going to exhale completely through your mouth, making a whooshing sound.
Okay.
Then inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 7. And then exhale completely through your mouth for a count of 8, making that whooshing sound again.
Gotcha. So it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But how does simply counting like that actually calm you down?
It's all about shifting that focus to your breath and slowing down that breathing cycle. See, when you lengthen the exhale, you're activating that parasympathetic nervous system.
Right.
Which, remember, is responsible for relaxation.
Yeah. Rest and digest.
Exactly. Plus, the counting itself, it can distract you from any anxious thoughts.
Oh, yeah?
Brings you right into the present moment.
So it's a double whammy.
Yeah.
Calming the nervous system, quieting the mind.
Exactly.
Love it. Anything else I should be thinking about when I'm doing the 4-7-8?
Yes. Keep the tip of your tongue resting on the ridge of tissue just behind your upper front teeth.
Okay.
The whole time.
Like the whole time?
Yeah, it might feel a little odd at first,
Yeah.
but it helps regulate that airflow.
Okay.
Also keep those inhales quiet and the exhales audible.
Gotcha. Okay. Actually, maybe your wave analogy would be helpful to picture here too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Imagine your breath like a gentle wave, right? Rising on the inhale, pausing at the peak, then slowly flowing back down to the shore on the exhale.
I love that.
Visualizations like that, super helpful.
Yeah, they are. Okay, I'm definitely going to try that one. What about some other techniques? I know you mentioned box breathing earlier. What's that all about?
Oh, box breathing. It's fantastic. For focus, balance, a sense of calm, incredibly versatile.
Okay.
Practice it anytime, anywhere.
Perfect. For when you just need a quick reset. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's all about equal durations
Okay.
for each phase of your breath.
Okay.
You inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold again for 4. You can picture it like a square, a box, right? Each side representing a phase of that breathing cycle.
Oh, okay. I like that. Makes it easy to remember. So it's similar to the 4-7-8, but with a more even rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. And what's amazing is box breathing, it's used by everyone. Navy SEALs, corporate executives, you name it. To manage stress, enhance performance, it's a tool for staying grounded, centered, even in those, really high pressure situations.
Right. So I'm noticing a theme here. We're using breath to regulate our emotions, our responses.
Exactly.
It's amazing how much power we actually have over our inner state by just changing how we breathe.
We really do. It's empowering.
It is. Now, what about alternate nostril breathing? I've heard that could be quite balancing as well.
Absolutely. That's Nadi Shodhana. Wonderful for harmonizing those left and right hemispheres of the brain. You alternate breathing through each nostril, using your hand to gently close one off at a time.
So it's like a dance between the left and right sides of the body and then ultimately the brain. How does that work?
So in yogic philosophy, each nostril is associated with different energy channels.
Oh, interesting.
Right? Nostrils connected to the sun energy,
Yeah.
representing activity, focus.
Uh-huh.
The left nostril, it's linked to the moon energy, calmness, receptivity.
Fascinating. So by alternating, we're balancing those energies within us.
Exactly.
What are some of the benefits of practicing Nadi Shodhana?
Oh, it can be incredibly calming, centering, reduces anxiety, improves sleep, can even enhance creativity by promoting a sense of balance between, those logical, intuitive sides of ourselves. It's like creating a bridge between the thinking mind and the feeling heart.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Especially, in today's world, everything's so fast-paced, it's easy to get caught up in our head.
Oh, absolutely. And what's great is you don't need anything special. No equipment. It doesn't take a lot of time. Even a few minutes of focused breathing can make a world of difference.
It's fascinating how something so simple like breathing
Yeah.
can have such a profound impact on, everything. physically, mentally, emotionally.
It really is.
I can't wait to hear about more techniques and how we can actually integrate all of this into our lives. So we've covered a lot of ground, the science behind breathing, specific techniques like the 478, Nadi Shodhana. Are there any other simple but powerful practices that we could add to our toolkit?
Oh, absolutely. One of the simplest and most readily available is actually sighing.
Sighing. Really?
Yeah. You might not think of it as a formal breathing practice, but a conscious sigh.
No.
It can work wonders, releases tension, resets your nervous system.
You mean just like a regular sigh? I do that all the time when I'm stressed.
Exactly. But the key is to be conscious about it.
Okay.
You take a deep, slow inhale, fill your lungs completely, and then let out a long, audible sigh.
Okay.
Releasing all that pent-up energy, all the stress. It's your body's natural way of just letting go.
So it's like taking that natural reflex and making it intentional.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. It's almost too easy.
It is easy, and that's the beauty of it. You can do it anywhere, anytime. No one will even notice. Just incorporate a few conscious sighs throughout your day, especially when you feel that tension building up. You'll feel so much lighter, more relaxed.
I'm definitely going to try that. As we've been talking about all these techniques, what strikes me is just how practical they are.
Yeah.
And accessible. You don't need any special equipment or a studio to practice mindful breathing. It's something you can do anywhere at any time.
And that's exactly what makes it so powerful. It's like this built-in stress management tool.
It really is.
You carry it with you wherever you go. And the more you use it, the more it becomes a part of your daily life.
So it's not about just setting aside time
Yeah.
for a formal practice. It's about weaving these techniques into our day, into our lives.
Exactly. You can start your day with a few minutes of mindful breathing, setting an intention for the day.
Okay.
You can use box breathing to calm your nerves before a big presentation or, a challenging conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And then wind down in the evening with a few rounds of 4-7-8 breathing to get ready for a good night's sleep.
So we're creating a rhythm of conscious breathing throughout the day,
Yeah.
anchoring ourselves in the present moment and, navigating life's little ups and downs with hopefully a bit more ease and grace. But, I want to go a little bit deeper. Our listeners interested in transformation.
Okay.
And we've touched upon how breathwork can be like a gateway to that. Can you expand on that a bit more?
Absolutely. When you cultivate a regular practice of mindful breathing, something really interesting happens. You start to develop this awareness, not just of your breath, but of your thoughts, your emotions, your sensations.
So we're becoming more attuned to what's happening inside.
Exactly. And that awareness is the foundation for transformation. As we become more aware of our patterns, our habits, those reactive tendencies that keep us stuck, well, we can start to make different choices. We can choose to respond rather than react.
Yeah.
We can choose to cultivate kindness and compassion for ourselves and others.
It's like we're shifting from a state of being on autopilot to this state of conscious awareness, where we're actually in the driver's seat.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And it's in that space of awareness that the real transformation can happen. We start to see things from a new perspective. We understand ourselves better, our place in the world. We start to live more authentically, more aligned with our values and our true nature.
That's a beautiful vision. Using breath as this tool for self-discovery and ultimately for transformation, it's like we're tapping into this wellspring of wisdom and potential that's been inside us all along.
It is. And the best part is, this journey, it's available to everyone. It's not about achieving some distant goal.
Right.
It's about embracing each breath, each moment,
Yeah.
as an opportunity to grow, to renew.
So it's not about perfection, it's about progress.
Exactly.
It's about showing up breath after breath,
Yeah,
trusting the process.
that's it. And in Buddhist philosophy, there's this idea that enlightenment isn't some far-off state. It's something that we can actually touch with each breath.
Wow.
It's recognizing that the present moment, enriched by conscious breathing, that's the gateway to the extraordinary.
That's powerful. So just by paying attention to our breath, we're not only calming our minds and bodies, but we're opening ourselves up to this deeper level of awareness
We are.
and connection. It's like awakening to the magic of right now.
That's the true gift of breath work. It brings us back to ourselves, to the here and now, to the very essence of who we are.
I think our listener is ready to embark on this journey of breath and transformation.
I think so too.
Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Experiment with the techniques we discussed today and see what resonates with you. There's no right or wrong way to practice. Approach it with curiosity, an open mind.
And be kind to yourself along the way. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. Just keep coming back to the breath, moment after moment, breath after breath. It's a journey, not a destination.
Well said. And remember, with each breath, you have the power to choose peace, to choose presence, to choose transformation.
This has been such an insightful deep dive. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us.
My pleasure.
And to our listener, thank you for joining us on this exploration of breath and inner harmony. May your journey be filled with ease, joy, and profound transformation.